Hi everyone, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm excited to see you here. I see some familiar faces, some new faces from different parts of the world, some faces that I didn't see for a long, long time also. So good to see you, Sabina, for example. So again, everyone, I'm Yaron Golan, founder of Points of View, and I'm very, very privileged to be here with you today. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it today, for coming on time, I'm sure that you have a hectic schedule. Maybe some of you, it's in the middle of the night also, or in the family time, and you are here. So thank you so much for that. We have a very special webinar. I'm going to share with you about points of view work that we are doing with organizations and some very significant insights about some methodologies that we are using with organizations. And I'm going to share with you also 2 case studies, and then I will give you some time to ask questions, and I'm excited. I think you might even get an insight or 2 from this process. Please, if you are here with us, open the camera so we can see your face. Points of view, it's all about showing up. So I know maybe you are not in your ideal situation, but let's go. Just bring yourself as you are, even in your pajama. This is the right place to be. So please open your cameras, and I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to start sharing with you how to bring metaphors and photos to your organizational training. If you have questions as I go along, you can put them in the chat, and my team here will answer, or I will relate to that as we move forward. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have a very unique session today. We have 2 objectives. The first one, we are going to explore innovative methodologies for the new manager. We're going to talk about the old manager, the new manager, and some skills, critical skills that new manager have, or if they are lucky and they have the wisdom, they are starting to acquire. And the second part is to understand the power of photos and metaphors in organizational training. What is the added value that they bring, and why should we include photos and metaphors? So we don't have a lot of time, but yet I think you will get the idea today. For those of you who don't know points of view, I know that some of you are completely new to points of view virgin, how we call it in the points of view language. So a few words about points of view. We develop creative tools for learning and for development. Our tools used by thousands and thousands of professionals from all around the world, coaches, therapists, organizational consultants, and are also used by many organizations, huge ones like Google and Intel and NASA, and also small startups. They use it for team building, leadership development, conflict resolution, to really create a culture of dialogue inside of the organization. And today, this is the main dish, to understand the added value of creating a culture of dialogue. Why is it so important? So you can learn more about points of view later on. I will just say that the added value of what we do in points of view, that our focus is not about delivering content. We do deliver content, but what we really know how to do is to deliver a transformative and a very deep experience that many times shift your perspectives and allows you to really get new insights and to have more possibilities how to act as a manager, as a leader, as a mother, as a father, as a human being. So this is what we do in points of view, and most of our work is based on experiential methodologies like using photos and metaphors and mindfulness and storytelling. You can learn more about it later. So as a warm-up, I want to share with you some interesting insights I collected from the last Gallup 2024 Workplace Report. It was launched on June, the end of June, and maybe some of you are familiar with that. If not, here are some interesting content that I'm inviting you to, to reflect on. So one of the amazing insight that they have in the Gallup Workplace Report, that only in this huge research that they did globally, worldwide, only 23% of the employee are engaged. And when I say engaged, it means that the employee really are connected to the values of the organization, to the purpose of the organization, to their goal, to the service. Only 23% are really waking up in the morning with excitement or with connection to what the organization is doing. It's crazy. And it means when we have low engagement and low engaged employee, in the end, it's impacting the bottom line and the performance and the productivity and the growth of the organization. 23%. The second thing is, and this is something that organizations are facing all around the world, it's the feeling of belonging and how to create a feeling of belonging after the COVID, with the Z generation, with the teams all across the world. How do we connect our teams so they're not leaving, and to have really high employee retention? One of the things that is happening, there is a feeling of belonging that is very low, that in the end creates a very low team connection. And this is also connected to the employee engagement. By the way, everything is connected. Another very significant insight that is going to increase more and more, probably this is what they expect, that the employees are stressed and disconnected. Worker mental health is becoming an issue for employers from different kind of reasons: depression, silence, quiet quitting, and many other issues all around the world are affecting our employees' mental health. They don't always give us the possibility as an organization, as managers, as leaders, to take care of it. They just suddenly disappear, or slowly they are fading out. And the forecast for the next few years is going to get even worse. And the last insight that I'm sure that we are all familiar with, it doesn't change anything, but it's again, to understand the responsibility that in the end, when the managers are engaged, when the managers are connected, their teams are more likely to be engaged. So a lot of the success of the organization in the end, it doesn't matter, some of the organizations have an amazing product, innovative product, something that is very rare in the market. If the manager is not engaged and taking care of their employees, as we are going to talk about it today, nothing is going to change. They are going to be yet very limited engagement at work. Okay, so connecting that, I would love to share with you, two different kinds of methodologies, skills, approaches. One of the old manager and one of the new manager. And just to say that again, it's not black and white, and more organizations in the world are starting to understand how to shift from the old manager methodologies to the new ones. So it's not either you are an old manager or a new manager, probably you have both parts combined. And the question is, what part am I bringing more and expressing more in the way that I'm leading and managing my team? So first of all, let's identify a little bit the difference between the old manager and the new ones. First of all, the old manager, it's the old school, it's the top-down decision making. I'm the manager, I have the knowledge, I will tell you what to do and you will do it, no question asked. This is an approach that is old style, old school, and yet in many organizations, this is, maybe it's not spoken, maybe the right politically correct is to say that, no, I'm inviting everybody to share, but yet beneath the surface, this is the approach. I teach, I say, you do. The second thing is that the old manager usually is reactive and to problem solving. They have so many balls in the air that they are juggling that they don't have the capacity or the availability to really take the time to plan ahead, to see problems before they are created. They are, most of the time, there is something is happening, they need to come a solution, they give a solution, and then this is how their daily routine looks like. They are fixers, from one fixing to another one, to another one, to another one. They are taking the fire out every time they see a fire. Another very clear thing in this approach is very limited employee engagement. The old manager doesn't really care too much about the feedback from their employees. And they have a limited interest of really learning their ideas and what they suggest. Again, they say, and the only expectation that the old manager have that you execute as soon as possible and you bring results. That's it. All the other stuff, don't talk to me. And one more very clear approach of the old manager is to focus on compliance, on standards, on protocols. There is a structure, you need to follow it. There is no way to change the structure. Don't come with ideas that are completely different than what we are used to, than what we know. Follow the protocol, period. Everything that is a little bit out of the line is not relevant. It's a waste of time. It needs resources, it needs energy, time, capacity. We don't have it. Do as you told. If I need to summarize the old manager main dominant part, it's the doing part. It's the part that is mission oriented, that is all about results. It's about making things happen, task by task by tasks, next. I don't have time. As much as I'm going to do more, I will have more results. And again, I'm not in a position of judging or saying what approach is right or wrong, just by understanding, first of all, the approach, and also maybe to understand the prices that the old manager and the new managers are paying. The old manager, for example, the price that old managers approach are paying, it's a very heavy sense of responsibility. A lot of the load is on the old manager's shoulders, and it's taking a lot of toll in their personal life, in their health issues. This is one. And two, sometimes when a challenge needs some more patience and something that is more about thinking, they might not get the results that they want, and they are keeping on pushing. So it means sometimes they are drained. They don't have the energy. And let's have a few words also about the new manager methodologies, okay? So the new manager, and on purpose, the old manager is coming from the mind, the new manager is coming from the heart. This is the language that they speak most of the time. First of all, their approach is collaborative decision making. They like to ask their colleagues, their team members, their opinion, their suggestions. They like to facilitate conversations. Their main approach, it's not an exclamation mark, it's a question mark. They know that probably there is something that maybe they're not familiar with, and that they need to have around them people that in some cases are smarter than they are. So collaborative decision making. The second skill of the new manager, it's employee engagement, and more importantly, caring. This is a critical word that is becoming more and more familiar in the organizational world, because in the beginning, when this word only came to this organizational environment, it was around 2017. Only the first ones started to think about it. Today I had a conversation with someone like that. Dr. Ora Setter was one of the first people who were sharing about the importance of caring. And in the beginning, nobody knew how to contain it, because caring is something about a parent is caring, a friend, a relationship, a life partner, but at work. And yes, today there are researchers and the understanding that a good manager that knows how to show caring to their employees, like a kind of a parent that really cares, that he or she are not asking questions just to do a check mark and because they know it's okay, because they really care. And when they see their employee with the facial, that something is happening to them, something is wrong, they ask it. Doesn't matter. They don't really care sometimes about the results. They want to make sure that the other person on the other side is really okay. This feeling of caring from the employee side creates a very high sense of engagement. And it's a skill that new managers learn how to show they're caring more and more. Another thing that is very clear about the new manager methodologies that they are more focused on development, and they understand the role as a manager, as a leader, that they need to have significant coaching skills. That my role as a manager is to develop my employee, even if it means that at one point he or she will leave me or leave the organization. And after I invested so much in their skills, in developing them, maybe they will go to another department, maybe they will go to another company, but they grow is my success. And my interest is to make them bigger and better in what they do. When this is happening, I get the credit as well. This is a part of what I'm doing as a manager. And another very significant about the new manager, it's the proactive and strategic planning. They take the time to plan ahead. They understand that sometimes it's not about as much as they're doing, but sometimes it's really to take the time for not to do anything but planning, but really sitting and allowing things to come to them instead of running after those things, and to invest in planning, including in relationships. So if the old manager is very dominant about the doing, the new manager skill is the being. And think about it, to be in a being mode, it's something that nobody ever taught us. Nobody ever taught that at school, at home. More than that, the message that we receive since childhood, that if we don't do anything, something is wrong. We all the time have to bring some kind of an action. I remember when I was a kid, and I used to be in summertime, like right now, you know, and there is no school, so sitting at home watching TV, and the moment my mother used to be at work, and when my mother's car just arrived to the street, and I heard going to the parking lot, and I heard the arm brake, you know, go up, I started to be stressed. I automatically closed the TV, I got up, started to fix the room, the sofa, everything, because I knew that when my mother is going to open up the door and look at me, she's going to ask, what? Yaron, what did you do today? And I knew that I have to have a very good answer, because if I didn't do anything productive, it's not good. So the automatic teaching that we received since we were kids in the corporate environment everywhere, that only doing counts. Now again, doing is a very, very critical component, and it must be. But being is important, not less than doing. And if we don't have it balanced, it means, again, that there are many, many prices. By the way, to be only in a being mode and not connected to the bottom line and to the results, in the end, as a manager, I will not be able to deliver. I will feel stuck, me or my team. So the idea of everything that I'm sharing with you, it's about really to connect both of them. It's not to make either one of them more dominant of the others. It's to find a way to connect both parts, to be in harmony, to be in synchronicity, and to know as a manager, or at least as a manager, to have the both skills. When I need to be in a being mode and I need to show caring and to put everything aside and just to be there for my team member, and to plan that I have the skill and the ability to do it. And at the same time, right now, if I need to push and challenge my employee or my team, I know how to do it, and I know how to help them to break down their tasks and goals into a very small action plan. I need to master both skills. And actually, this is what we do in Points of View. In Points of View, we are connecting and integrating both mind and heart. We are doing it in many, many different ways. You can really see it clearly in the way that we are delivering our training programs. Our training programs, on one hand, they have the practical part, the structure part, and that goes through the mind and really teaching the tools and the skills step by step. But at the same time, something that we believe, and the researchers and the facts around the world are amazing, we believe in experience. We believe that if we as a part of our training, not only learning from the mind, but through our body, through embodying what we are learning, this is when the difference is really happening. And just to say that, unfortunately, many professionals around the world, they feel very comfortable. Coaches, organizational consultants, they feel very, very comfortable with the mind approach and through the didactic and through the words. And they don't always feel comfortable to go into the more experiential part, into the parts that are more soft, that are more fluid. And we see it as a part of our calling, professionals and managers, to find the right way to make it easy for managers and for professionals who don't speak intuitively the language of experience of the heart, to find a way to combine those two parts. This is what we do, this is what we teach. I want to say something about why we find the photos and metaphors such a powerful tool in our training. This is actually what Points of View is based. In our physical tools, digital tools, they are based on photos and metaphors, and some few insights about it. One, photos and metaphors, they are the language of the 21st century. Actually, by the way, they are the language of not the 21st century, thousands of centuries before. You know, in the caves, they were using metaphors, icons, emojis to tell their stories. And today it's very clear that the language of the 21st century is or the Z generation, the Alpha generation, they speak through photographs, not illustrations, photographs. This is one. Two, photos really ignite emotional engagement. Each and every one of us have a photo album inside of us. If we are lucky, by the way, we have a physical photo album that our parents or someone created for us. You know, that was like the way for them to represent us in the world. And this is how we, in some cases, learn about ourselves, through looking at our own photo album. When I was a child at school, we are showing over there all beautiful moments, usually the beautiful moments that this person who created it had in mind. Regardless if we have a physical photo album, we all have an inner photo album. Situations in our life, experiences, things that happen to us, negative or positive, in the end, we are turning them into all the energies, all the emotions, all the sensations, all the learning, they are captured into one visual or a sequence of visuals that contain so much information. When we are, and this is, by the way, why photographs are so powerful. This is the sentence that one photograph worth 1,000 words. When we are looking at a photograph, usually without even noticing that, it's triggering our own photo album inside, bringing into the surface, again, most of the time, unconsciously, it's triggering our own photo album, and it brings from the past an experience to the present. And if we, and this is what we do in Points of View, if we know how to grasp this triggering, and we know how to work with it, and how to facilitate an observation or discussion about it with the manager, with anyone, this is the moment from this experience that happened in the past, you have an ability to look forward, to learn through this image about yourself, about my fears, my concerns, my needs, my aspirations. And this is what it means, emotional engagement. Another thing about photos, it's creative thinking. When we are looking at a photograph, usually what we do in Points of View as a part of the guidance, we are inviting participants to imagine, to look at the photo and to imagine what else maybe is, when we are looking at the photograph, it's only one frame. We can imagine maybe the left side or the right side, or maybe what is happening around us that we don't see in the photo. It helps us to extend and to expand the boundary of the photograph that represents the reality. So it really helps us to encourage creative thinking. Other two things, first of all, again, researchers all around the world shows that visual learning methods are 83% more effective. This is crazy. This is really, especially for organizations who wants to see a return on investment. When you are using visuals as a part of your training and learning method, it increases 83% the effectiveness. and that when we are using visuals, it's 43% more persuasive than only words or without. And the last thing I want to say about why photos and metaphors, visuals shapes our culture. You know, we are here from different countries. I think we are in more than 20 different countries, and each one of us, we have a global culture as a global tribe, but we have our own country culture. And if you ask yourself, your local culture, iconic photos that represents your country history, your nation. Each and every one of us, we have a set of photos that tells our own local culture story. By the way, we do have some that are international. So again, this is very briefly, we don't have a lot of time. I will give you time to ask questions if you want in the end. I do want to give you and to share with you 2 case studies of in the last, we've been doing work with organizations for more than 15 years, but especially in the last 2 years, we developed more and more activities and training programs and workshops with organizations, specifically for managers and leaders in all levels. And there are 2 case studies that I would love to share with you. And we chose on purpose the case studies from international companies. This one is from the International Food and Beverage Company, one of the top 5 around the world. And we were invited to do a process over there. And they had, the audience was HR and OD managers inside of this huge organization, and also the internal coaches. The challenge and the issue that they were facing, one, the company training and development is very left brain oriented, very logical, and it was perceived as a very boring and old school in the eyes of the employees. This is one. The second thing, the internal coaches are actually managers in the organization, that they need to do coaching sessions to some of the employees that they don't know. It's a part of their methodology. And they found it very difficult to engage their coaches and to open them up. Again, the situation was very challenging because you are a manager in the organization, I'm an employee, how open can I be with you? So that was there challenging, and it was clear to us what we need to do. First of all, we started to do train the trainer workshops for the HR and OD manager. We started to teach them how to use SpeakUp, our toolkit for managers and for OD and for HR. We taught them how to use them in a different circles of the employee journey. From the interviews and from the recruitment, how to use photos and images and really to create a deeper conversation and to see if the candidate is really precise or not. How to use it as a part of the onboarding process, not only to touch the professional side, but really to create a bonding between this new employee and the manager and the team. We taught them how to use it as a tool in meetings, team buildings, in different kind of settings. So this is one. So we took the whole process of the HR and the OD and we divided into small parts, and we taught them how to use our tool and to invent endless activities with it. And the second thing, we taught the internal coaches how to use the SpeakUp toolkit in order to create an openness and intimate conversation with their coaches through the photos. Now, when we are talking through photos, it's much more easier for us to open up. When we have something in between me and the other person, like a photo, when I'm talking about the photo, I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about the photo. It means that it encourages me many times to be more honest, to say things that I usually wouldn't say, and it's less intimidating. And we taught them how to use those photos and metaphors in order to create this safe and open environment, and the results were amazing. This is something very briefly just to see some of the feedbacks that we received. And again, these are numbers that are crazy numbers. For those of you who are here working with Points of View, so you are familiar with it because you know this is the level of engagement of our tools. 98% find the content very, very useful. 100% found the workshop very engaging. And again, working with Points of View, it's very clear. And 96% of the participants, and it's a lot of participants, implemented our key tools. So this is one example again, and to be honest with you, it's not only the points of view methodology, which is very powerful and very deep and playful, but it's really the use of photos and to teach those managers to speak this language of photos and metaphors, and to teach them how to again have some new manager skills to be more available for also the being parts. So this is one case studies. The second case study I want to share with you, and then I'm give you some time to ask questions. It was for a global pharmaceutical company, also one of the top 3 in the world. This is a process we did with the strategy department and the business partners in this department. And they had 2 main challenges. The first one, that this pharmaceutical company and these business partners, they are very, they are science. And they are very left brain oriented. They know professionally exactly what to do and how to do things, but they found it very challenging to establish an assertive business partnerships with the company stakeholders. In many, many situations, they weren't able to speak the truth. They didn't really have the interpersonal or emotional intelligence about how to really connect not only through the numbers and statistics, but interpersonal. This is one. And the second thing, the team is distributed all around the world in more than 3 continents. They have an on-site in Amsterdam, one in North America, and one in LATAM. So a lot of their activities are happening also online. And they couldn't find a way to engage everybody when they are connecting online as well. So Mark and me developed and executed an amazing training process, first of all, where we taught the business partners some critical conversation skills to use with points of view tools. We used the Speak Up and some other points of view tools and taught them how to really speak up, how to find a way with the stakeholders in a very critical moment when they know that they need to speak up because it can affect the results and the bottom line, how to find a way to do it that the stakeholder will really listen and will really take into consideration what they are speaking. So again, we taught them how to do it through using the points of view, and we created for them the space to really go deep and to learn this crucial conversation skills. This is one. And the second, we taught them how to use the Speak Up Digital, the digital platform that we have, that is helping teams to connect globally through Teams or Zoom or Hangouts. And we created for them specific layout charts, specific processes that they can implement on the regular day-to-day routine in the organization. And again, the feedbacks were amazing. We chose here one sentence from the senior director who invited us, and they were very skeptic. You cannot believe how many conversations Marek and me we had to do in the beginning before they made a decision to go with us, really. Like for hours that those analytical people, very left brain oriented, wanted to know what is the experience, what is it going to be like. They were very afraid about again, they are in the numbers, they are not in the experience. So hours that we had to meet every time with another senior manager, another person until they went with us. And I think this is a beautiful feedback. I want to say thank you for such a great learning experience and overall support to help us be assertive partners. And again, it continues. So this is well, only 2 examples. We have many of them I wanted to share with you. And from this experience that we are having in the last 1.5 years, 2 years, building more and more programs and solutions for organizations, we understood that we are ready for the next level in points of view and to really create an elite group of business trainers, professionals who are coming from the field of business coaching, organizational development, who really works with organizations, and that they have their own network and wisdom and experience and knowledge, and really to build globally together with our headquarter platform where we can bring more and more organizations and managers our unique solution. And I want to share with you briefly what we launched actually 2 months ago, and I believe that in the next 24 hours, 48 hours maximum, it's going to be sold out, this program. we developed a business trainer certification to really take all the knowledge and everything that we developed and to make it available for our business partners around the world and to help them elevate their training skills. So this program is online. It's a 6 months process, very long, and every 2 weeks for 4 hours. We are facilitating it, me together with Marek, Yeliz from Turkey, and Rina and Yaro, Rina from Israel, Yaro from Argentina, and all of us with a lot of bringing this connection between points of view, content, and methodology to the world of organizations. So as I said before, one of the goals of this program is to really make experiential learning skills available for professionals who work with organizations, to make them feel comfortable to use and to learn how to use them in different kind of settings. By the way, we have not only business coaches or consultants, we also have some managers who are sent from their organization to come and to learn how to implement those tools. It's about really, we have actually 4 different official programs that we develop for organizations, for team bonding and belonging, for team development, for culture and DNA, train the trainer, different kind of them. So the idea is to teach those trainers how to deliver our own programs. And one of the most exciting things is ClickIt. I don't know if some of you maybe already saw it or not. ClickIt is actually our most exciting and the toolkit that we just launched a month ago, our innovative training kits. For years, we are working with organizations and we are missing something to live for the participants, something that will stay with them, with the managers, that they can do some work in between, and that they have some physical, beautifully, very well designed product in their hand, because let's be honest, the points of view tools are very, very expensive. They cannot always afford it. So we created an amazing toolkit for each of the participants. We have 4 different ones. Each one of them I will show you in a minute. It's very, very well designed. You know, everybody that see it automatically want to hold it. It comes with everything they need, from pen to journal to cards. I will show you in a minute. So we have a different kinds. Each one of them comes with a beautiful photograph and a quote behind. And the whole idea that this kit, again, it's something that stays with the managers or with the participants. It has 2 parts. First of all, it has the part of cards. I'm not going to open it right now, but you have here on each of the kits, you have 12 different photo cards, 8 different question cards, questions that are very workplace oriented. So this one is with preparation, you cut it and it's a part of the gamification. On the other side, there is a journal. And this beautiful journal, inside, first of all, it's filled with, there is a sticky note here, and everything we are teaching our trainers how to use it in different kind of settings. So it comes with different kind of sticky notes. Inside, it's filled with inspiration, with quotes and questions about leadership, about working in a team, about authenticity, resilience. So it's different kind of activities inside. And also on the other side, there are stickers that comes with the kit. And there are different kind of beautiful, beautiful stickers. Okay. Also from faces, different kind of stickers. And the idea that in the end, the participants will not only be able to work with our cards and to use them in different kind of settings for leadership development, teamwork, whatever, but in the end, they can use this canvas as a way to create a vision board. They take the stickers that I just showed you together with the cards, and they create a beautifully visual that represents them as a leader, their insights, and we are turning the development process in something more tangible, that the manager can have it in front of their eyes even after the training is over. They can go back to that. They can use it in between the sessions. And again, we have researchers that shows that it's increasing dramatically the ability of the content and the change to stick. So in our training programs, I'm going to share again, in our training programs, we are teaching how to use the ClickIts in different kind of settings with small groups, large groups, huge groups. And also our training programs, our certification with the global accreditation by the International Coach Federation. It's supposed to be more than 50 CCUs. And not only that, as a business trainer or points of view, you will be able to provide the HR managers or the organizations with CCUs as well. In some global organizations, to have a CCU, it's a dramatic and it's a critical thing. A part of the process is an ongoing professional development to give you added value all the time, to show you the different kind of advanced approaches in the market. It means also marketing support and lots of business opportunities. And again, many more things. I'm not going to go into that. I know that some of you here might have a calling to learn more about it, to join. If you want to learn more about how to join our team, how to bring points of view locally to the organizational market, if you have the network, if you have the experience, if you have the passion, and if you're looking to be a part of a global community, then reach out to us. Maybe my team will put something right now in the chat, or we'll send you later. Go to the link, read more, and if it's interesting, please set up a time to meet with Shani and our CEO, Nimrod. We are choosing very carefully. This program is not open for everyone. We know that we are going to invest a lot of time and resources, and we are really choosing people who can really help us grow the local market and are willing to do a long journey together with us. So if you have a calling for that and you want to learn more, make sure to check it out. And just the last thing I tell you before I let you ask questions, we have a summer sale online, 35% discount on everything, the tools, Points of View Academy, level 1 online, level 2 online, face-to-face. Check it out. If you wanted to purchase Points of View product, this is the best time. And I'm going now to shut up. I'm going to take a sip of water, and I will really, really love to hear any question that you have, any observation, either something about the content I share with you, the new manager, the old manager, how we use it in organizations, or about the program. Please, would love to hear your voice and to see you. So if you can share. I love it in the beginning that it's quiet, everybody's thinking to say, let's say, and then one brave person is taking the lead and sharing or asking. So who's going to be the first one who's going to start? Let's see.
I will.
Opa. Claudio.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good day. It's 7:30 in Argentina. I wake up especially for this meeting.
Good morning, and thank you for making the efforts in the morning.
I really celebrate that Point of View has this type of product that we will any consultant or facilitator will be able to distribute to the participants. It's a very breakthrough concept that was a piece that I think that will be very, very useful. And also the approach, I think that the momentum in order to, in the industry of HR, in all the ideas that there are today in the world, I think that we are in the right moment, in the right place, with the right tools to be successful. I really celebrate and enjoy that this product it's go live. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudio. Thank you so much. And I agree with you. And we can see, by the way, for the last 2 years, lots of things are happening. But since we launched the ClickIt 2 months ago, it's like crazy. The response that we get from any HR executives or OD that they see it, we already have some events of 200 people, 160 people that we are going to use it. It's like unbelievable. And like you said, I think we are coming at the right time when they are really looking for an unexpected but precise solutions.
Yes. It's a very, very the product. It's really nice. It's very it looks very good. The picture is very nice, and the idea it's very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. More comments, questions, resonance.
Hi, Aaron. It's Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Aaron. Hi, nice to meet you. I've
Good to
heard
see
many
you.
things about you, so many good things about you.
Thank you.
I am using the points of view. I'm using already Flow and the coaching game because I work with, especially with women empowerment. I'm a professional coach and I work with women with autoimmune diseases.
Mhm.
So Flow is, I purchased Flow because it's more for this kind of situation, people with mental imbalances and emotional imbalances.
Mhm.
And now it happened that I'm in India now. I live in India and I'm working in colleges in leadership development programs.
Mm.
So I wanted to understand this for students, also for corporate, but I'm more keen to understand how we can use Speak Up in colleges
Mhm.
in order to introduce this new mindset about leadership and to develop a little bit a culture and the mindset of leadership, a different kind of in the colleges, in the universities, and then very practically, what does this program include? The business trainer certification and how it works, because how it works for India directly, because sending in India the toolkit, I imagine is not really easy. So practical things also. Thank you.
Where in India are you located now?
In Bangalore.
In Bangalore. First of all, to say for me, India is one of my favorite locations. I used to travel for 1 year on a motorcycle all over India, and I wish to do it again. I want to tell you that I think you are exactly in the most amazing place to be in regards to work with college students who are going to be the leader of the future. And this is exactly where we want to be, because this is the best timing to teach them and to educate them about those tools and how they can bring it into the corporate environment. The added value, first of all, of Speak Up, that is very organizational oriented. The content of the tools, the words, the photos, the questions, the whole process is organizational oriented, and it's thinking and it's designed from the perspective of the manager. Like you are working with the flow with those women and it's very aligned, Speak Up is very aligned for the business environment and the organizational ecosystem. In the training program that we are opening, that we are closing actually, we are going to teach you how to create different kind of programs and workshop using Speak Up face-to-face, the digital one, and the Clickets in different kind of settings with your students, from taking them to an experience or by teaching them the skills and the know-how. Besides that, we will teach you also in the certification program how to facilitate our official workshops. It's not a must. You don't have to do it anywhere, but it's going to be available for you, and we're going to teach you, and you're going to experience it. You're going to get a very detailed manual guide with all the different, we call it building blocks, that are part of when we are creating a point of view training program. So all of that, we are going to teach you, we are going to train you, we are going to also guide you. The whole group is going to be divided, and each one of the small groups is going to have a mentor, one of the team, the facilitators. We're going to guide you, to mentor you, and to make sure that you really know how to take these beautiful materials that we have and methodology and the idea, and how to connect it practically to what you need. We have people coming, by the way, not only from the business domain. We have from the public sector, for example, from hospitals. We have from universities as well. So I think it can be very interesting. And my suggestion, if you feel that it might be interesting, set up a time with Nimrod and with Shani, talk with them, really see if this is something that can really work for you and for us. By the way, we don't have a very strong representation in India, and it's a huge market with a huge potential. We need somebody over there. So I'm telling you, again, I don't know how much you are interested in the organizational market or only the university, but we are looking for to develop this market in the next few years.
No, I'm very interested in the organizational market also, because the colleges where I teach are management colleges. So they work in corporates after.
Exactly.
That's why they have these leadership programs, no?
And
so everything is connected.
Exactly. If we build a strategy for the next few years, then those students if we will know how to go with them to the next level, at one point, they will be the one who will be inviting us to come and to work with their team, or they will introduce us to the organization. So yes, we are looking, this is what we are looking for. We are looking for business trainers who have a business also look, and we can really grow a very precise and strong strategy for the specific market that they are operating in.
Now, wait, about what Nimrod you are talking about?
Nimrod,
My friend Nimrod, who's living in Bangalore.
No, maybe you have a Nimrod, but we have also a Nimrod here in the headquarters. He is the Points of View CEO.
Good, because I have my friend who's from Israel and who's working as a coach in Bangalore, and I thought that I need to talk to him. Okay, good.
Maybe you need to talk to him as well. I don't know. Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I saw that there are other questions. If you can maybe just ask them and we have a chance to meet you, that would be great. Anybody else wants to share, ask?
Yes, hello. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. So, hi from Germany. Hi, and I would like to know, everything is very, very interesting, and thank you for giving all these thoughts and new thinking to us. It's wonderful. I have a question to the Training Innovative Kit. At the moment, in which languages does it come? Only in English?
At this moment, we have it in English, we have it in Hebrew, and we have it now going into translation of Spanish, and we have in the pipeline Chinese and French. And again, what is our what we are looking for to do different than how we did it in the past? We want to partner up with good business trainers locally, and we have the ability to translate very easily the materials and everything to German or to any other language, but we just need the right associate and partner with us that can really help us go. So just to tell you that it's very easy, the translation process is very easy, and from partnering up 2-3 months after we start working together, you can have the kids in your language in your office.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Yaron.
Sabina, it's great to see you. I didn't see you for years, really, and I see your face, and I really missed you. Thank you for coming today. I can't hear you. You are on mute.
So thank you. I think you are really you're thinking in a very, very good way. And this was exactly what I was missing during the last years.
Yes.
Really, in terms of really coaching organizations, and so it's really a really good progress. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, anybody else, please, would love to hear you, would love to see you, to feel you. I know there are some questions. Don't be shy. It will be great to see you. How many cards in the deck? I saw that Beatrice asked, I think, Marek also answered. We have 4 different kits. So we have 4 different kits. In each kit, there are 12 different photo cards, and there are 8 different question cards. And just to give you an example of the question cards that I have here, the question cards that I have are, what are my expectations? What can prevent me from achieving my goals? What am I looking forward to? What are my strengths? What am I waiting for? And so in each kit, we have 12 different photo cards and 8 different question cards. Yes, let's see if we have more questions. Anybody else wants to ask something before we conclude the meeting? So I would just say,
could you?
Yes, please.
Sorry, could you just explain like the structure of the actual workshop for the training? Like, is it done online or?
Yes. Yes, so we have a syllabus.
Like, what's the actual process of going through the business
So we have a syllabus, a detailed syllabus. Again, if you will interested to learn more, you can check on the link and then contact the team. The program starts on the 9th of September. We meet every 2 weeks. Going to be online. We have participants coming from more than 25 different countries, if I'm not mistaken. And again, this is a part of the magic when you are meeting professionals, man-like, from different cultures, from different parts. It's mind-blowing, and it's a part of the magic of Points of View. Each online session is going to be 4 hours, and it's built that we have some activity in each program. We are going to facilitate for you one of the Points of View workshops. So you're going to have a chance, first of all, to experience it and to play with some co-participants from around the world, and so you can really learn it on your skin. And then we are going to divide into smaller groups. Each group is facilitated by Points of View master, who is going to take you through the process of integrating and bringing it down to earth, so you know how you can use this exactly experience as a template, and you can customize it for any need for your next training, if you are doing something about leadership, team, whatever. So there will be some work in small groups. And also then we go back to the big groups. So each session is a combination between working in a large group and going into small groups and working in between. So we have 7 sessions that are more about the content. We will teach you how to facilitate the 4 different workshops. We will talk about group coaching, Points of View style, how to create different kind of interventions and interactions that can really make the difference. And again, Points of View style that we are doing all around the world. And then we are going to move into the practicum stage, because we want really to help you to bring this knowledge and experience into something practical. So we will take you through a practicum process that in the end of this process, you will get your certification. Once you get your certification also, it means that every organization, every participant that you are working with, they can scan the QR code that comes in the kit, and they can get a certificate with your name on it, with the CCU units that they can be accredited. And again, there are many more things. The third part of the program, it's marketing. We are going to share with you our marketing strategy. We created a marketing kit for the participants with videos, with postcards for the social, with everything that you need that very easily you can take and customize it and use it for your own needs. And we brand everything for you. And again, lots of things, and we are going to walk you through, and we are going to have a dedicated manager in the HQ that is going to be responsible to be in touch with you all of the time, to really learn what you need. How can we, headquarters, can help you to joint venture and to bring and generate leads locally and bring you more clients. Again, we believe that in the upcoming 2 years, this program, it's not about the knowledge and the content and the skills. It's really about, for us, building the next infrastructures of offering our solutions to organizations all around the world.
It sounds exciting.
It's exciting. I cannot tell you even how we are excited about it. And right now we are working on all the content, and I'm serious every day. We are working on it and say, oh my God, it's even more than what we had in mind and what I thought and what the team thought. Every day it's like more and more layers and depths. And what we are looking for, it's important to say, we are looking for marathon runners. And for people who are willing, you know, to put the sleeves up and to put the hands in the mud, and to understand that the journey is going to have ups and downs, and it's a journey, but as long as we have the same vision and the same purpose and the same calling, we will know how to make it happen big time.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for your question. Okay. I'm going to conclude the session. If you, maybe you can write in the chat, even in a word or in a sentence, what are you taking with you from this webinar? It can be something personal, an insight, an observation, a thought. It can be something about what we just taught, anything. Briefly, in one word or in a sentence, what you are taking with you. That will be great. And while you are doing it, I want to thank to Marek and Orly and Nimrod and Shani and Yarit and Yao and Rina and Yeliz and Sendima and so many other people who are involved in really of bringing the points of view magic and for this session as well. So thank you, my dear team. And let's see if anybody wrote something in the chat. Thank you very much. Hope, great, interesting. Your smiling enthusiasm, Yaron. Thank you, Monica. Excitement. Thank you very much from Turkey. Innovation, amazing meeting, inspiration, hope. Looking forward, excitement, optimism, great perspectives, great, new. Thank you, Karina. So everyone, first of all, thank you so much again for coming today, for staying until the end. And I really cross my fingers that we will have a chance to meet online, face to face, and really bring this magic of points of view of the importance of connecting into organizations together. That we have the privilege to bring this language of love to this environment that really needs it. Thank you. Shalom. Salamat. Bye bye. Adios. Arigato.
Namaste.
Namaste. Yes, sab kuch milega. Thank you, everyone.